Good morning. I'm honored to give this update on the NRO and ASO activities, and I thank ICANN for the opportunity to speak here during this opening session. My name is Alan Barrett, and I'm the chair of the Number Resource Organization, the NRO. I'm also the CEO of AfriNIC, the regional internet registry serving Africa. The NRO, or the Number Resource Organization, is an association of the 5 regional internet registries, which allocate IP addresses and other numeric identifiers around the world. Within the ICANN system, the NRO serves as the address supporting organization, the ASO. And some of the ASO's work is done by the ASO Address Council, which consists of 3 members from each of the 5 RIR regions. And some of the work is done by the NRO Executive Council, which consists of the CEOs of the 5 RIRs. The RIR system was established a few years before ICANN was created. And most of the work of the numbers community is done in the regions, in the regional internet registry forums, not at ICANN meetings. So each of the 5 RIRs has an open, consensus-based policy development process, and they each hold 2 public policy meetings every year. Within ICANN, an important task of the ASO Address Council is to deal with global policies, which are policies which have been approved by all 5 RIRs and which somehow involve the IANA, and eventually they are ratified by the ICANN board. There are only a few of these, and there have not been any new ones in the past few years, but nevertheless it's an important task. The ASO is also one of the decisional participants in the empowered community, which is a new thing that came in as part of the IANA transition. The ASO appoints 2 ICANN board directors and appoints members to various other committees. So the 2 ICANN board directors are Ron De Silva, the ASO AC's appointee to ICANN board seat 9, and Akinori Maimura, who holds seat 10. Seat 10 is up for renewal this year. The ASO AC will make an appointment. There have already been interviews, and an appointment will be made in due course. You can look at the ASO website, aso.icann.org, to find the timeline for the board appointments. Another thing the RIRs do with ICANN is there's a contract for providing the IANA numbering services. And that activity is subcontracted to PTI, who also handles the IANA name services and the IANA protocol parameter services. So every year, the RIRs review the performance of the IANA numbering functions. And I'm pleased to report that on Friday last week, the review report for 2018 was published, and it found no issues of concern whatsoever. So thank you very much to the IANA team for doing such a good job. During 2018, there were 3 ASN requests made by RIRs, and there were 2 IPv4 allocations made to all 5 of the RIRs in terms of a global policy for post-exhaustion IPv4 allocation. And all of these were fulfilled accurately on time. The ASO is reviewed every 5 years within the ICANN system, and an ASO review was conducted in 2017. There were 18 recommendations from the review, and we're busy working through them. Some were fairly simple, like improve the website or update a procedure, and some of those have already been done. Some of them may require changes to the MOU between the RIRs and ICANN, and some may even require changes to the ICANN bylaws. And we're gradually considering those, and we'll continue working on them. The largest issue was recommendation 18, which said the NRO should initiate a public consultation involving the 5 RIR communities to determine the future structure of the ASO. And so we're doing that. We held public consultations in all 5 of the RIR communities, And there's some differences of opinion, but in general, the conclusion was that the ASO's relationship with ICANN is important and should continue. However, the relationship should be simplified and focus on matters of mutual interest. Some of the regions especially expressed concern about the workload imposed on volunteers and stated that the NRO or the ASO should choose not to participate in some ICANN activities which are outside the number community's remit. Then there was fairly widespread agreement that interacting with ICANN under two different names, sometimes the ASO and sometimes the NRO, causes confusion. So we would like to reduce that confusion, and that will probably require some changes. Then generally there's continued support for ICANN to continue its critical role in providing the IANA services, providing coordination for policy development, and running these public meetings. So thank you, ICANN. The NRO then will work on a proposal for changes to address these issues raised in the consultations in the RIR communities. On the technical side, the RIRs do many things, but the one that involves ICANN is the Internet Technical Health Initiative, Technical Health Identifiers, sorry, let me try that a third time. Internet Technical Health Indicators, ITHI project. This project was initiated by ICANN, and what the RIRs are doing is measuring and reporting issues relating to the health of the Internet Number Registry system. So finally, let me leave you with an encouragement to deploy IPv6. Since this is ICANN and most of you deal with DNS, please ensure that your DNS servers are accessible over IPv6. Please also ensure that all your other public-facing servers are accessible over IPv6, because really there are not enough IPv4 addresses to go around. We will have to deploy IPv6 for the future of the internet. Thank you very much.